Okay, we're now live to YouTube. Sorry, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll get going. I'd like to call the meeting to order. And I need an approval of the agenda.
I'll move to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by nay. Okay, we're going. Any conflict of interest to disclose? I'll take that as no conflicts. CEO Smith, do you want to give us an update?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, Mr. Chair, to the members. At the last meeting, we talked about developing a balanced scorecard. I know you'll bring everyone up to date on this afterwards, so I'm not going to go down. I won't speak to that, but I did want to. Director Erickson had brought up that. Regarding the labor market partnership forum within that, and I did speak to in terms of that, and the Capital Region Employment and Workforce Committee had started meeting again and was reformed in late September, met in October. There will be more further follow-up meetings starting in the new year. The attendees at that meeting were mostly provincial government officials and some members of chambers of commerce, and of course the Capital Region Service Commission. So they're starting to form that whole process again, and it will be rolled out in the upcoming in the new year. And met with Ignite earlier today and spoke to them on regarding their development of investment preparedness and readiness plans for the region. And there's a community profile done for our region, and there's profiles that have been done for each of the entities within the region, and they'll be sharing that. Some will be being shared as recently or as soon as tomorrow, and they'll be rolling that out early into the new year. So Mr. Chair, that's my update for today. If anyone has any questions or concerns, they can certainly raise that.
Okay, any questions? Okay, I think we'll move on then. So in the meantime, in trying to come up with a scorecard, we met with John and myself went down and met with tourism. And it's quite difficult to try to get a scorecard out of them because it's hard to measure tourism, and their numbers come out at certainly different times of the year, depending on hotel information and whatnot. So what we then thought we'd do is take what we thought they were supposed to do within the year and ask them to measure to that, and they've agreed to that, and they will come back to us with kind of a little bit of a scorecard. And then I also am going to just pose questions back to all of you that, basically, are you satisfied with what we're getting? Are you do you feel your area is being supported correctly? Do you feel you're getting the best bang for your buck? And then obviously we want to manage expectation along with what we have asked as the deliverable. So that's on tourism. We then met with Ignite last week, and they just have an amazing amount of information that they can push towards us. But I thought we'd take that same approach for this year, is we would look at what we had asked them to do, and then we'll measure it back to whether they've succeeded, and I believe they have. But then we will also offer suggestions back. One of them might be communication or something like that, or is it the right type of communication that we're getting? So we'll be looking for participation from everybody on that part. We will send you something as soon as we get the information back from Ignite and Tourism. We'll push that out to you. So that's kind of where we stand with that information at this point. Does anybody have any questions on that? Nope. So that's pretty good. That's pretty easy. So now we're gonna go to our general discussions and direction to staff. So is there, besides those couple items, it seems like anytime there's something new coming up, whether it be business readiness or whatever, we will keep adding to our selection of what we're trying to make happen. Again, it's really going to take participation upon the municipalities to let us know what they want us to look at, or how we can expand. If there's ideas, I myself am working on one that I think is potentially too much for our area alone, and that we want to draw other areas into for business, and we'll be working with Ignite on that. But reality is there other avenues that you would like us to start measuring besides what we've mentioned? No one?
Mr. Chair, I do believe, I think maybe Member Meunier is trying to chime in there. His screen keeps lighting up, but I don't know for sure. Paul, did you have anything there?
Yeah. Can you hear me, John and
Yes.
folks? Okay,
Yeah,
you've got my
I can hear you.
audio. For
Can't
some
see you.
reason, the camera is. Yeah, that's not a big loss, guys. I can report a couple of things from Arcadia that working with Ignite, but also with UNB Research New Brunswick, we'll be launching a agriculture woodlot survey in January, February. The aim being to contact or have every owner of woodlot or farmland in Arcadia fill out this survey, and then Research New Brunswick and UNB will help us kind of analyze that data. The long-term goal is to, find out what farmers and woodlot operators need to survive, thrive, and grow, and that will inform, our kind of strategy as we work forward. So we're kind of excited about that. On the very local front, where the mayor and I are working with our MLA Ross Wetmore, because the KNW is going to lose its liquor agency in May, which we find a little bit shocking. It's going to be given to the Shell 10 kilometers away. But of course, we have a full service marina. It's kind of a key element of our tourism during the summer, not to mention the folks here locally who enjoy a beverage. So it's a little concerning for us. It seems short-sighted by NBLC, but that's one of the things we're working on here in Arcadia.
Okay. So from my area, I guess I would let you know too that I am working on, I don't know if anybody else is having issues with the reduction of the grant that they put in, but in my area, it's a major hurdle for me, and I am working with Minister Savoie on that grant issue. As we increase services from CRSC and everybody else, those costs go up and the grants go down, and I don't know exactly how we're supposed to handle that with the taxing base. So I am, on behalf of all of us, I'm working with them on that right now. Is there anybody else that has anything that they would like to discuss? Paul's still lit up green. Oh, no, he's gone now. Okay. Okay. Well,
Mr. Chair, if I may, just before we close out there, if it's okay with you, sir?
Yes.
Just wanted to inform the committee as well that pursuant to the when I'm done, I see Mayor Hayward has his or Director Hayward has his hand up as well. Just want to inform the committee that pursuant to the labor force development agreement through Working NB with Ignite, we're starting the process. If you recall, in year 2, we have to set targets around whether workforce expansion, labor force development, immigration, retention, recruitment, that type of thing. So we're starting, had a meeting today with Workforce NB, Opportunities New Brunswick, and Ignite. And we're starting to develop those targets, and we'll come back and inform the committee. And in year one, there'll be kind of it's like a trial run of setting the targets, almost like the chair's scorecard. But we'll come back and we'll set those. We'll let the committee know what we're looking at for some feedback, and then we'll go with that with Petal, or working NB through Petal. So I just want to let you know that for the year one, we'll be setting that kind of outside, just to trying to get a trial run, and then we'll be able to bring that back more fulsome to the committee to have greater input on. So I just want to make sure that that was out there, so nobody was caught off guard or anything.
Great. Okay. And Director Hayward, did you have something?
I just wanted to expand a little bit on some of the metrics we had talked about before. Was there any discussion around call flow, both into the Ignite office as well as out?
So when I talked to them, are you talking about the measurement of that? Because when I talked to them, they actually said that they have a count on every call in and every call out, and they have a count on every call within your community, and that they're going to start pumping that information out to us, because I expressed to them in my area, I really didn't know when they were making calls or who they were making them to, and that sort of thing. And they said they have that for each and every community. So the other thing that they did say to us is that they would be more than pleased to come back in, and when they put all those numbers together and present them to our committee, and then we can ask questions directly. If there's other things that you'd like to see recorded or tracked, they certainly would be willing to do that. And as we learn how to work with them better, for example, on this glass recycling project that I'm working on, they had Opportunities New Brunswick get in contact with me. Opportunities New Brunswick's going to do a bunch of the research that I thought I had to do, and they're going to put that together for me. So, I mean, that's stuff that we can work together as a team and see what we can bring to our region.
No, those are really good details to have for everyone.
Right. Yeah. And I
share those things probably a little better, but
yeah, I was negligent in letting you know from the meeting that there was just so much information coming back when we just kind of started and said we'd like to have some accounting, and then whoa, out it come, you know. So they said they would present to us in whenever we wanted. I suggested that in our first, after the new year, we would get together with them and go through it.
thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Is there anybody else?
See, member Meunier is lit up again there. Paul,
Nope.
did you?
No, that's just the liquor. Nope. My iPad is acting silly on me today, so my apologies.
Okay. Okay. Well, is there anyone else that has anything to report? Okay. Then I guess we'll need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, second. Okay,
I'll second that.
there we go. We are second. Okay, it looks like we're adjourned.
Well, just before we go, everyone, we'd just like to wish everyone a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you may celebrate, and look forward to a robot,